So the next point which we are going to learn is North Indian Plains. North Indian Plains. When you hear the word plains, the another synonym for plain comes in your mind, which is flat or the area which is very low. Yeah. So the subtitle for this point will be flat low-lying areas. North Indian plains or flat low-lying areas. Okay, so when I read this paragraph, so now let's read the paragraph first. This division lies between the Himalayan mountains in the north and the peninsula in the south. Similarly, it extends from the Rajasthan and Punjab to the west to Assam in the east. It is mostly a flat and low-lying area. The North Indian plains are divided into two parts. Lying to the east of our Aravallis is the basin of the river Ganga, and therefore it is known as Ganga Plains. It slopes eastwards. Okay, so I think I've got my first point. Where does the North Indian Plains lie? North Indian Plains lie between Himalayan mountains and peninsula in the south. We know that Himalayan mountains are in the north and peninsula in the south. And if the North Indian Plains lies between Himalaya and peninsula, of course that is spread or that is extended from west to east, that is extended from Rajasthan and Punjab to the Assam in the east. Okay, so our first point is very simple. It covers approximately more than half of the paragraph. See, North Indian Plains lies between Himalayan mountains, which is in the north, and peninsula in the south, which extend from west. See, North Indian Plains extend from west of Rajasthan, Punjab to the Assam in the east. Okay, so here I have north and below it I have written south and east and west. In short, I have made the four directions there, and see if that is in the middle, then it will come here somewhere. This is the northern plains, because it's not in the south more, it's more in the north. And see, it is sea level. Okay, sea level, it means very low lying area, beach kind of. Yeah, less than that I think. Okay, so North Indian Plains lies between Himalayas. See, north to south, it lies between north and south, and it is mostly in the north. I think you have seen in the map. So that is North Indian Plains, that lies between north to south and extended from Rajasthan to Punjab. Now the next point we have, North Indian Plains are divided into two parts. Okay, let's read the next one. Most of the areas of North Indian Plains are divided into two parts, means only one North Indian plain is there. Okay, so that area is divided into two parts. Lying to the east of Aravallis is the basin of river Ganga, and therefore it is known as the Ganga Plains. It slopes eastwards. So how we will write? The North Indian Plains are divided into two. First, east and west. See, obviously if it is in between somewhere north and south, then it will extend or it will cover west and east, not the south and north. So here, North Indian Plains divide into two, east part and west part. So in our second point we will write about the east North Indian Plain. Means east part of North Indian Plain. See, that east part of North Indian Plain is also known as Ganga Plains, because part of North Indian Plains in east of Aravallis is the basin of river Ganga. Where in the east में गंगा river start होती है, and from where it flows eastwards. So in short, Ganga river is capturing all the eastern parts of North Indian Plain. That's why the name of east part of North Indian Plain is kept on the name of Ganga Plains, and that's how we made our second point. I think you have got it. If not, understand. So let's take a quick recap. Lies between Himalaya. Okay, North Indian Plains lies between Himalayan mountain, which is in the north, and peninsula in the south. Now extend from Rajasthan to Punjab, Rajasthan and Punjab to Assam, and North Indian plains are divided into two, east and west. East of North Indian plains is also known as Ganga plains because the east part of North Indian plains is in the east of Aravallis. There is a river Ganga which flows eastwards, and therefore the Ganga covers complete portion of east part, and hence it is known as East North Indian Plains. Okay, so now next point. Most of the West Bengal state of India and Bangladesh together constitute the delta of the Ganga and Brahmaputra system, and that is known as Sundarban. It is considered to be the world's largest delta. So our third point will be about the world's largest delta, Sundarban. West Bengal and Bangladesh together constitute the delta of Ganga Brahmaputra system known as Sundarban. So delta, it just means where the river divides into smaller rivers to flow in the sea. Okay, division of big rivers into the smaller ones. That is known as the delta. So world's largest delta is in Sundarban. Largest delta, it means Ganga and Brahmaputra, which are the big rivers, they divides into their smaller tributary rivers, and that is togetherly known as delta. This delta or this Sundarban is present in the West Bengal or Bangladesh or in between somewhere, that is known as the Sundarban. See, I'll repeat, world's largest delta. Just repeat again and again so that you can learn it. World's largest delta, Sundarban. West Bengal and Bangladesh together constitute the delta of Ganga, Ganga and Brahmaputra system known as Sundarban. Okay, now let's see the next one. We have written about the world's largest delta, and now I think we will write about the west part of North Indian plains. See, the western part of North Indian plains occupied by the desert is also known as the desert of Thar desert or Marusthali. Okay, so what our fourth point consists? Fourth point consists of the west part of North Indian plains. West part of North Indian plains is occupied by desert. Name of that desert is Thar desert or Marusthali. See, Thar desert is also known as Marusthali desert, and this desert is situated in most of Rajasthan and some part of Punjab. See, Thar desert is situated in Rajasthan and Punjab. Most part of Thar desert is in Rajasthan and some part is in Punjab. This part spreads. Okay, so this part spreads till the west of Aravallis and Delhi. So this is, see, Rajasthan and Punjab are spreaded over and over till Delhi, and the plains of western part are formed. Okay, so these plains are formed by river Satluj by its dispositional work. Okay, by its dispositional work, and not only Satluj but also its river tributaries, and the slope of Satluj river is flowing towards the west. So soil of Punjab is very fertile for agriculture. Okay, so let's take a quick recap of point 1 to 5. See, North Indian plains lies between Himalayan mountains, which is a north part, and peninsula in the south. North Indian plains extend from west of Rajasthan, Punjab to the Assam in the east. North Indian plains divided into two parts, east and west. East part of North Indian plains are known as Ganga plains because the part of North Indian plains in the east of Aravallis is the basin of Ganga river, which and hence known as third is the most important point which could be asked to you in any exam and also to me, that is world's largest delta. World's largest delta is known as Sundarban, which is formed by West Bengal and Bangladesh together. They both constitute the delta of Ganga and Brahmaputra system, which is known as Sundarban. Delta of Ganga and Brahmaputra system is known as Sundarban. Okay, now the west part of North Indian plain is known as west part because there's no particular river which flows. Yeah, that is Satluj, but it is not known as Satluj again. See, the west part of North Indian plains is occupied by the desert, mostly desert. That desert is in the state Rajasthan and Punjab. See, this Rajasthan and Punjab spread towards the west of Aravallis and Delhi. The plains of west part are formed by the Satluj river and the tributary slopes towards the west. So the soil of Punjab is fertile. Okay, so this answer seems to be very long. So let's highlight the keywords: Himalayas, peninsulas, Rajasthan, Punjab, Assam, Ganga plains, world's largest delta, Sundarban. Okay, now Ganga Brahmaputra system is known as Sundarban. I think I have already highlighted there. And now the west part of North Indian plains is occupied by the desert. So just highlight the word desert so that I can remember complete point. Desert, which is also known as Thar. It's okay. Yeah, it is in most of Rajasthan and Punjab. That is spread towards the west of Aravallis and Delhi's. This Rajasthan and Punjab is spread towards the Delhi and Aravallis, and plains of the west are formed by river Satluj. Yeah, river Satluj is more important, and tributaries slope towards the west. See, why does the Satluj river slopes towards the west, and why does the soil of Punjab is so fertile? Because the river Satluj is always depositing in the west part. Yeah, slope towards the west, and in the west part there is a Punjab state, and so the soil is super duper fertile to do agricultural activities. This point, North Indian plains, is not that difficult if you just highlighted and uh, repeated it again and again. I am also learning it by with you, and I think afterwards in the end of this video I will in front of you all maybe tell all these answers without looking, and hope you understood the North Indian plains also. And next we will see the peninsula, which is really very simple. In 1 minute we could finish it. It's not that difficult, just try your best. Let's go next.